Repetition leads to memorization, and memorization leads to fulfilled promises.
Mogul Motivation, empowering and inspiring entrepreneurs and dream chasers worldwide, 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media, and I'm your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor.
Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. Welcome back. I'm happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is for the aspiring entrepreneur trying to get over that hump and make things happen. This podcast is for anybody with a dream that wants to go forward and accomplish that dream. Throughout our lives, we are told things that are unpleasant to our spirits. We are told things that do not make us feel good. We are told things that will confuse us. We are told things that will hurt our feelings. And when these instances occur enough, we internalize it. You know, when you are growing up as a black boy in America, you are told that, you know, you're never going to be anything. You know, it could be your family that tell you those things. It could be your teachers that tell you these things. It could be your guardians. It could be anybody in the community. You are told that you're not going to amount to anything. You are told that you're going to end up in the prison industrial complex. You are told that you're going to be shot dead in the streets. You are told that you are not capable. These are the realities of being a black boy in America. I know this because I was a black boy in America. I am a black man in America. And as black women in America, they are told similar things. As anyone who is on the margins of society, you are told that you are already dealing with 2-3 strikes. You are already out. So you don't, whatever you're doing, you might as well just quit. What you are trying to do is already in vain. You are told these things over and over. The repetitiveness of it, you begin to internalize the negativity. You begin to internalize the fact that you are not worthy. You internalize the fact you are not smart enough. You do not have the brains. You do not have the ambition. You do not have the courage, and you do not have the enthusiasm to accomplish what you think you can accomplish. You begin to internalize it. You could be in your 20s right now. You could be in your 30s. You could be in your 40s. You could be in your 50s. It does not matter how old you are, but all of that repetitiveness is built up grime and dirt and mud and sludge in your spirit. So what you have to do right now is you have to begin to flush your spirit. You have to begin to cleanse your spirit of all of this work that the enemy has put in to pollute your mind, to pollute your spirit. But how do you do that? You do it simply by starting with yourself. You are you. You know what you are capable of. You were you throughout all of these horrible experiences, yet you are you throughout all of these great experiences in your life. Even if you don't think you had many great experiences in your life, you were the one looking at these great experiences through that lens. You are the one that has these dreams. You are the one that has this heart. You are the one that has this mind. So therefore, to begin to cleanse, to begin to flush your system of all the repetitiveness that you memorized and that you internalized, that you was force-fed throughout your life, you have to be the one to do it every single day by telling yourself, I am good enough. Affirmations is something that has gone viral in the social media era that we live in. You know, everybody is posting affirmations. I even have a book titled 100 Deposits. I released it about 6-7 years ago. And that is simply a book of affirmations. Each affirmation is a deposit in your spirit so you can grow your spiritual bank account and you can cash in on the promises that were made to you. You have to give yourself affirmations. We think affirmations are not important. We overlook affirmations. We gloss over affirmations, but when I tell you that affirmations are necessary, you have to tell yourself as many times as possible every single day that despite the obstacles I'm facing right now, despite the hardship, I am going to accomplish this goal. I am going to get through it. You have to understand that affirmations, you are worshiping the promise that God has given you before you were born. You are worshiping the fact that God will be your help. You are worshiping the fact that God made you. You are worshiping the fact that God gave you this vision. You are worshiping the fact that God took that suffering from you. That's what the passion of the Christ is all about, right? God took that suffering, and in the midst of your suffering right now, God is right there present with you. Affirmations are nothing more than worship in the midst of hard times. And understand this, your circumstances currently is somebody else's deliverance. What you are going through right now is the prayers that you prayed for in the past. So even though things are not exactly where you want them to be in the moment, things are better than what they used to be, and things are going to continue to ascend and get to where you aspire and where you want them to be. But you have to continue to feed yourself the positivity. You have to continue to worship yourself throughout all the negativity. You have to continue to tell yourself that even though I don't feel good, even though I'm uncomfortable, even though it's hard right now, even though it hurts right now, I'm still smart. I'm still intelligent. I'm still going to try again to build this business and get it back into the black. I'm still going to do what I can to rise up the ranks of my career. I'm still going to try again and go after that test. I'm still going to go after that accreditation. I'm still going to try again and go to the gym so I can meet my weight loss goals. I'm still going to do everything I can for my mental, for my spiritual, for my physical, and my emotional health, that what I can do on this day, because all I have is this day. Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is over with. But right now in this moment, all of those things that I memorized, that I internalized, that people told me I was not good enough, I'm cleansing my spirit of that, and I'm feeding myself all the positivity. So anything that is praiseworthy, anything that is excellent, anything that is admirable, you need to tell yourself that right now. You need to focus your mind on it. Affirmations are necessary. Worship is necessary even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it can get annoying to hear positive things because you are so frustrated. But let me tell you something. When you feed yourself those positive things, when you listen to those affirmations, when you tell yourself those affirmations, when you look into the mirror and you tell yourself who you are, what you're capable of, and what you're going to do, when you continue to feed yourself food for your spirit, your annoyance is going to evaporate. That's the beautiful thing about worship. You don't need to be in a church to worship. You don't need to be around other people to worship. That's good. Fellowship is amazing. It's undefeatable. Yes, absolutely. But sometimes when you're alone, sometimes when you're in the darkness, you only have you, and therefore it is your responsibility to worship for yourself. And thank God that you have come this far. Thank God that you have not been defeated. Yes, you're bruised. Yes, you're hurt, but you have not been defeated. And all those things that people told you growing up, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you can't handle this, you ain't gonna be successful. All that sludge, all that mud that's built up in your spirit is slowly but surely being cleansed out and being flushed out your spirit right now. Repetition leads to memorization, and memorization leads to fulfilled promises. You have to repeat this process many times daily so you can get that compounded interest, and so you can finally receive the promises that were made for you. In anything, entrepreneurship, in your career, in your personal life, it does not matter. The lies that people told you growing up, lies, that's another Mogul Motivation episode, go listen to it. The lies that people force-fed you all your life are simply that, they are lies. But the truth, you are capable. The truth is you are worthy. The truth is you will get there to wherever you are striving to be. But continue to repeat to yourself all the good things, all the notable things, all the lovely things, all the excellent things that your spirit needs to hear, so you can cleanse yourself of all the mud and sludge that everybody else force-fed you in your life. So that's my podcast today, everybody. Let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. Repetitiveness leads to memorization. And memorization leads to internalization. And internalization will lead you to those fulfilled promises. If this podcast has blessed you in any way, shape, or form, ask for two things as always. Number one, please leave a 5-star review. And number two, pass it on to a friend who may benefit from it as well. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you next week.